Hello students, myself Jagdish Kumar Yadav. This is for class 12th, subject informatics practices, topic data visualization. Students, you had learned in the last video about how to create histogram. Now today I am going to tell you the topic about histogram plus frequency polygon. So once again you will get an exercise like a classwork. I will tell you here about histogram, and on the basis of same histogram we will talk about frequency polygon. So let us start. As here we have first exercise of histogram. In the last video you had learned how to create histogram. So the exercise is given: draw a histogram from the following given data. As you know, histogram plots the data on the basis of given intervals and frequency, and if you want cumulative frequency also, then also it can plot. In the last video I had told frequency and cumulative frequency. Today once again I am going to tell on the basis of this exercise. So what are the intervals and what are the frequency? So intervals are 10 to 15. 10 to 15, how many frequency, how much data? 4 data. 15 to 20, 7 data. 20 to 25, 5 data. And 25 to 30, how many data? 3 data. So this is the frequency: 4 data between 10 to 15, 7 data between 15 to 20, 5 data between 20 to 25, and 25 to 30, 3 data. Now how to calculate cumulative frequency? Cumulative frequency, that is the addition of the previous one. If you add the previous frequency in the current frequency, that becomes cumulative frequency. Like 4 is there, so before 4 no data is there, so 4 will be written as 4 in cumulative frequency. Now 7 will be added with 4, so how much it will become? 11. So it will come in the next row. Then 5 will be added in 11, then how much comes? 16. Then 3 will be added in 16, how much come? 19. So this is cumulative frequency. It means total how many data will be there? Total there should be 19 data items. So let us have open first Python. Now in Python let us import matplotlib and numpy. Import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. matplotlib.pyplot as plt. Then import numpy as np. Okay, now it is imported. Now let us have the data. Suppose x equal to, what data it is telling? We have 4 data items between 10 to 15. So let us write data item between 10 to 15 in the form of list. Suppose we have 11, 12, 13, 10. Okay, 4 data items over. Now comma, next 15 to 27 data items. So let us have 15, 27 data items. Let us have 15, 16, 17, 15, 18, 19, 20. Let us count 7 are there or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 data items. Okay, 15 to 20. It doesn't matter if your data repeat, it doesn't matter. Data may be repeated, because sometimes in schools like students get same marks. So in the same way any data can be repeated. Like here 16, 17, 15 only repeated. Like this 10 and 12 can be repeated. 16, 17 can be repeated. Another data item we have 20 to 25. How many? 5 data items. So let us type 5 data items between 20 to 25. Let us have 21, 22, 23, 24, then 25. Okay, 5 data items between 20 to 25. Then we have 3 data items between 25 to 30. 25 to 30, 3 data items. So let us type 26, 28, 29. This is 3 data items between 25 to 30. So now data items are over. Let us count how many data items total. There should be 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, it is okay. 19 data items are there. Now what we have to do, it is asking to create histogram on the basis of same data item. It means 19 data items. That means you can have how many bins? 19 bins, or as per your choice, you may want as per your choice. So let us create a histogram. For that, what we write? plt.hist. What value we want to plot? The value of x. X comma bins. How many bins means how many columns you want? How many data series you want? 19 items are there. So if you want 19, you can put 19. Or in the ranges you want, then the ranges you can give. The ranges, like how many ranges are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ranges are there. So we can give 4. Let us give 4. 4 ranges are there. So we can give bins as 4. Cumulative I will tell afterwards, just after this. So there will be 4 columns, 4 data series. Now press enter. You can see array have been created. One array for the range, another array for the values to be plotted. Now let us show the data item. plt.show with the histogram. You can see the histogram. This is the histogram showing the same data item. Now here the columns have been mixed. So for showing the columns, what you will do, as I told, bar chart and histogram both are same. Only the difference is that bar chart shows the columns with gaps, but histogram shows the column without gap. So for this, what we can do to show the columns, we can have an attribute, an argument we can give. Let us type here, copy and paste it. Here we can give an argument, that is edge color. You must have heard about this while I was teaching bar chart. So edge color argument is there. Edge color equal to, we can give red color, blue color, whatever you want. Okay, then press enter. Now show the chart. Now show the histogram. plt.show. Now you will see clearly the columns separated. Okay, plt.show. Here you can see now the columns are clearly displayed with a difference. So now you can see total data items as per your data comparison. Here you can see we can compare. So how can we compare? 10 to 15, 4 are data items. Okay, here you can see 4, 10 to 15. Then we have 15 to 20, 7 data items. So you can see here 7, it has gone high. 7 data items between 15 to 20. Then you can see 20 to 25, 5 data items. So 20 to 25, 5 data items, it has gone up to this much. Then we have 25 to 30, 3 data items. Here you can see 25 to 30, 3 data items, it has come to 3, near level of 3. So this way it has displayed the histogram. You can see the histogram, the columns have been displayed without gap. Now another attribute which I would like to tell you, that is as here we had shown. Yeah, here it is calculated cumulative frequency. So in cumulative frequency, what happens? In last video I had told that in cumulative frequency the last data items are added, the previous data items are added, like this one will be added in this one. So it will show the progressive bar. The histogram will show the progressive bar because it adds the previous data items. So for that, what we can do, let us paste this one, plt.hist.hex.beans. Then here we will write cumulative equal to true. Cumulative equal to true. Then it will show the progressive bar by adding the previous data items. Okay, cumulative equal to true, comma, edge color we can give, edge color equal to red. Okay, now you see the cumulative data graph, bar graph. PLT dot show. See now in this what happens, the previous data items have been added. As you can see 4, then it is showing 4 data items, then 11, that means 4 have been added in 7, so 11 comes, so it goes near 11 frequency, then 16 frequency goes here, then 19 frequency, that is the highest, goes up. So this is the cumulative frequency. This shows the cumulative frequency by adding the previous data items, previous frequency. This way you can see the progressive bar. And bins we had given 4, it means 4 columns or 4 bars will be displayed. Now I hope you have understood this exercise. You can do this exercise like this. If I give you homework, you can do. Now let us proceed to the topic frequency polygon. What is frequency polygon? A frequency polygon is a type of frequency distribution graph. As you can see here, once again I show you PLT dot show, then it will be clear. PLT dot show. Okay, let me copy this. This one. Copy. Paste. Then PLT dot show. PLT dot show function. Press enter. Now here that bar histogram have been shown. Now here what is telling that the frequency polygon is a type of frequency distribution graph. It means, as you can see in the graph here, bar chart have been shown, graph column have been shown, but if you draw frequency polygon, what will happen? A line will be drawn by connecting the middle points of each bar. Like this is the middle point, 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 and here is the middle point. So starting from 0 middle point, it will go to connect each and every middle point of the bars, and then this way it will draw a polygon, and that only is called frequency polygon. So that's what he is telling, that a frequency polygon is a type of frequency distribution graph. In a frequency polygon, the number of observations is marked with a single point. That is, here a single point will be made in the middle of each bar. So that's what he tell, that number of observations is marked with a single point at the midpoint of an interval. A straight line then connects each set of points. Frequency polygons make it easy to compare two or more distribution on the same set of axes. Now here you can see the steps are given, but remember that PyPlot does not provide any function to draw frequency polygon. It is based on the histogram only. If you have the histogram, like here is the histogram, so in this histogram only you can imagine and draw your own frequency polygon. So here what is telling, that Python's PyPlot module of Matplotlib provides no separate function. Means there is no separate function or any other function for creating a frequency polygon. It is just imagined or based on the histogram only. So therefore, to create a frequency polygon, what you can do, step by step we can follow. Plot a histogram from the data. Okay, as histogram we have here, already we have. So this we can do, or we have here one more histogram, the example of book. Here we have, so I will tell it later. First point, plot a histogram from the data. So we already have histogram. Then mark a single point at the midpoint of an interval or bin. So like this here, you can see on each bar we have a midpoint. I have marked a midpoint on each bar. A midpoint have been marked on each bar. And after marking the midpoint, we have to connect with a line. All these midpoints we have to connect with a line. Remember this. and that only will look like a polygon because that has connected all the middle frequencies, and here also. Then mark a single point, midpoint, then draw straight lines to connect the adjacent points. Now let us draw a straight line to connect the adjacent points starting from the beginning. Let us take it to the middle point of this one. Then from here go to up, okay. Then from this one come this side, then from this one we can come down, then from this one we can connect this, then from this one come to this one. Now from this we can go there, and from this we can come here, and at last we can go straight to connect to the last point. So this way you can see all the bars, middle points of the bars have been connected with line, and this has drawn a polygon. You can see the middle points of each bar, that is the frequency, middle frequency of each bar has been connected with a line, and that only is forming a frequency polygon. Here the middle point, here is the middle point, this is the middle point. You can mark the middle points. This one is the middle point, this one is the middle point. Okay, each middle point has been connected with a line, and this only is called frequency polygon. I hope you have understood. So this is the frequency polygon. As here you can see, this is the polygon, sorry, this is the histogram, and in this histogram a frequency polygon has been drawn by marking the middle point this way. Now here what we have, this also can be adjusted with a polygon like this one we have. Okay, we make it smaller. This histogram we have, and on this histogram we want to draw a frequency polygon. So what we can do, let us capture it and draw a frequency polygon. It has been captured. Now what we can do, we mark the middle points. Okay, middle points of this one, then the middle point of this one, then this one, then this one. Okay, every middle points we have to mark, and at last also we have to mark so that it touches the ground level of x-axis. Okay, now all the middle points has to be connected with a straight line. So let us connect. This one is connected. Now from here, then from here to there, then from there to this point, and from there to the last point. Okay, now you can see a straight line has been drawn by connecting all the middle points, all the middle frequency of each bar, and this only is called frequency polygon. I hope you have understood. Now we have homework for you that you can read clearly and see the, okay, here is the exercise. This you have to solve at home, do the practical also, and draw a frequency polygon in your copy. Below is the grouped frequency table of the heights of plants in a garden. Construct a histogram of the data and also draw a frequency polygon. So what we have to do, here is the heights given 0 to 10, how many frequency? 3 plants. It means 0 between the heights of 0 to 10 centimeter, 3 plants are there. 11 to 20 centimeter height, 6 plants are there. 21 to 30 heights, 7 plants. 30 to 40 centimeter heights, 4 plants, and 40 to 50 centimeter heights, 5 plants. means these are the data items you have to take between these. And over how many data items? 6 plus 3, 9 plus 7, 16 plus 4, 20 plus 5, 25. Total data items 25 will be there. And total number of beans, that is total number of bars, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ranges are there, so 5 bars should be there. 5 beans will be there. And after that you have to calculate the cumulative frequency also. You have to use cumulative attribute also. And finally, after drawing the histogram, you have to draw the frequency polygon also. That's it for today. Thank you.